confident and no one will question you. I love that phrase. Hello, beautiful people. That phrase, act confident and no one will question you, brings me to today's video topic. And that is, how do you find a role model or inspiration for you to look up to? So that phrase comes from my favorite YouTuber, Sarah's Day. She's amazing. I feel like we need the round of applause happening right now. Woo! So when I was growing up, I never had anybody to look up to. And I know you're supposed to do your own thing and act confident. And growing up in the 80s, I only had supermodels. Like, that was all you saw on TV, all you saw in the magazines were very skinny women like Christy Turlington and Kate Moss, that type. And they had boobs, and that was the look. Super skinny boobs. So me, as a little kid growing up, I always had a bubble butt, is how I saw it, and I had absolutely no boobs. And I was slim, but I wasn't the way they looked. So I just didn't understand what was going on with all of this at all. And I felt so awkward and uncomfortable, and it just felt like I didn't like myself. So fast forward to now, having a role model like Sarah's Day. She is super, super confident, and actually her body type, she's got a great butt, she has small boobs, she has like no boobs, she jokes about that, and it's like awesome that she just loves herself, and if you love yourself, others will too. So I just wish I had her to look up to growing up, because she's such a positive inspiration and role model to keep you from, well, for me, I'm sure as a lot of girls growing up, I didn't eat the way I should have, I didn't exercise the way I should have, and I kind of abused those things, and it wasn't healthy. So to now have a lovely balance of food and diet and lifestyle and be really happy and feel really confident, and then I also watch Sarah for great ideas and to feel confident watching her also be confident, like attracts like. I wish I had that growing up. So, how do you find your role model or inspiration? Well, one, you can watch Sarah's Day, or two, troll around on YouTube. That's exactly how I found Sarah, and I just really connected with her message and her smile and what she had to say and her energy. So YouTube has so many amazing people out there. Subscribe. But find somebody that you really connect with. Whoever that you connect brings you that inspiration that you might need. So another huge topic that I have learned from Sarah is the correlation between what you eat and how you feel. I swear I had no idea there was this connection growing up. I mean, seriously, until I was in my 20s, I didn't know that this was a link. Maybe it's just, again, growing up in the 80s and I had older parents and it was like you have to drink your milk at every meal and eat this and that. And I grew up also during the fat-free and low-fat phase of the 80s and the 90s, and I thought that's what you're supposed to be eating. And anyway, so now I know I am not good with dairy. Dairy is not my friend at all. Should not have been having those glasses of milk at every meal. And then there are a lot of other foods I have like sensitivities to, and maybe don't make me feel so well. Perfect funny story of this is my favorite meal growing up was fettuccine alfredo, which is a big pile of pasta with a really creamy, milky sauce on it. And I would order that and get violently ill and like run to the bathroom, feel so nauseous, come back, eat more, oh, I feel sick again, run to the bathroom, come back, not good. But I had no idea it was what I was eating that made me feel sick. Anyway, it makes sense now. There are so many YouTubers and people out there to kind of make that correlation for you. So with Sarah, I watch her videos and she makes that connection. Like, she herself is not good with dairy and gluten and soy, and now I'm just a lot more aware, and also I eat more intuitively, something else that I've learned from her, based on what I'm in the mood for and what I'm craving. You're supposed to, as she says, listen to your body and eat exactly that. So now if I'm craving something sweet, I have something sweet. And I try to choose something healthy, like, or healthful, as my mom would say. I choose something healthful, like a piece of fruit if possible. But you get what I'm saying about the listen to your body and eat intuitively. So anyway, back in the day, because I'm 100 years old. But back in the day, I just did not know that food feeling connection, and I wish I had a role model to have told me, hey, you ate that, you feel sick, maybe you should switch up your diet. So another amazing tip I learned from my role model, Sarah, is the not doing your eyebrows yourself, which you'll see I have another video I did on eyebrows, and she's one of my biggest inspirations in terms of not touching these things myself, letting them grow out, and doing the threading and tinting. I was gonna say bleaching, but I don't want them lighter, I want them darker. But that's another thing that I learned from my role model, and it's a fabulous thing to have somebody who you look up to who then gives you great ideas. So another role model of mine I just thought of is Jennifer Lopez. She is someone that is super athletic as opposed to being that only just like skinny body type that I grew up with, but she's athletic and fit and healthy looking, and the girl has a bootay and it looks beautiful. So I guess she was one of the first people in the media who had a butt and was proud of it. And again, this sounds normal now, but when I grew up, like I grew up in dance class and gymnastics and everybody was like skinny and had absolutely no butt. And I've always had a butt. So I would wear like t-shirts and leggings and my leotard and like try to pull my t-shirt down so you couldn't see my butt. Like I was always hiding it. And then I guess I learned in college when some boys seemed to like my booty that it was a good thing to have a butt. And those two things, good thing to have a butt, going together, I didn't know that existed. So now I'm very proud and confident of my butt. I've gotten many compliments on it and I really appreciate it. It's perfect. But anyway, again, having people like Jennifer Lopez and people with booties that said, hey, it's okay to have a butt, made it okay to have a butt. So I hope you've learned something today about doing what feels best to you and finding someone to follow or many people to follow to get ideas from and inspiration, and overall just getting positivity from, where you watch them and you feel inspired, that you're like, hey, I want to stop over plucking. Hey, I want to maybe try almond milk yogurt instead of dairy milk yogurt because, hey, I don't feel so well. You get the picture. And also to show off your butt, because everybody loves a good butt. Well, subscribe below. I've had fun talking about these topics I'm very passionate about. Have a great day. Bye.